My new bike, I got it on Friday, and I have ridden it every day since then. Not for a long time every day, but I have been practicing. I've been practicing my starting and stopping. We have a nice long driveway with a turnaround, so I can get it up to third gear. Practicing accelerating, decelerating, stopping, starting, tight turns, whatever. We live out in the country, so I was able to take it out on the road. Not very much traffic. The road is a little rough. So I got it up to a little bit over 50, and that was at my comfort zone boundary. It felt a little sketchy to me because that was the first time I've ever been that fast on a motorcycle. But I'm getting there. I'm pretty comfortable. I'm going to take it out for another drive today. I actually have a destination in mind that's a few miles away. Still nothing in traffic. I'm going to put the turn signals back on before I am comfortable, I think, taking it into town or where there's a lot of other drivers. They hook here and then they go in there. And I've actually got rear turn signals also, which the previous owner, not the previous owner, but a previous owner had just kind of sheared them off, and I think they were stuck in these pegs for some reason. So I unscrewed them, and the rear turn signals, I know now from watching other people's videos about their Rebels, go in there. I also know there used to be a strap that went across the seat, so that is missing. But there was another piece that hung out the back here that had like a reflector and the license plate holder. So I don't know what that piece is called or whether I can get it or not. I also don't know how easy it's going to be, because I really want the back turn signals on too. I don't know if there was a box there that's gone, so I'm not sure how much of a pain in the butt that's going to be. And I think I'm definitely going to put the chain guard back on, because I realized that the chain flings grease up underneath here, so that would be the point of having that part there, so I'm going to stick it back on. I did find out that there's a little toolbox here, so I thought, oh, a nice place to put my registration, but I think having those tools along actually there's probably a reason why those are there. The more I've learned about this bike, the more I like it, and I'm sure that I made a good choice for me. It is so simple and so well built. You know, I don't want to be one of those people who always says, well, things just used to be made better. But in some ways, you know, things just used to be made better. Air-cooled engine, the only fluid is oil. There's not even an oil filter. Carburetor, everything controlled mechanically with cables. There's not a computer chip on this thing as far as I know. It's all just circuits and gears and all that good stuff. It's humid out here. The instrument cluster is one instrument. All it is the speedometer, and it's got a little guide telling you about when you should shift. And then there's just three lights. You got your high beam, your turn signal, and your neutral. And that's it. Super, super simple. Anyway, oh, and this is a helmet lock, I guess, though I'm not really sure how that would work. I guess you can just put your part of your strap through there and lock it with the key. I think later models have document storage underneath this panel, but in 1996 I don't think that was the case. I think it's just the air cleaner, which I will take off and look. I found the manual online and downloaded it and can print that out. Original copies are kind of pricey, so I'm glad it's available as a PDF. Anyway, and it's missing the bolts here. So since there's no storage here, I ordered a little aftermarket piece that will bolt on. It has kind of a seat back, but then it also has a little luggage rack, because I'm picturing going on short trips and being able to strap a backpack to it that'll have, you know, water. Stick my phone in there instead of in my pocket, whatever. So that's my plan. I've not tried the horn yet. I wonder what the horn sounds like. Oh, that's nice. Very masculine. You know, so I see people online that are kind of in love with these things, and I kind of get it. And one guy's video who I mentioned today talked about how, you know, some of his buddies, he pulls up on this. It's not a big bike, it's not a powerful bike, and they kind of laugh at him. I'll tell you what, my give a shitter stopped working really well a few years ago, and once I turned 50, I think it's completely broken. So I literally do not give a shit. I'm going to have fun and learn on this thing. If I decide that I really like owning a motorcycle, I will probably want to go on longer trips, and at that point I might want something bigger. Or if I want to go on the highway, I definitely want something with a little bit more power. But right now I'm still learning. I'm going to see how this feels for a while, and I think I would like another rear view mirror too. It screws right in there. A few parts missing, but nothing essential. So I'm gonna take it out for a spin. That's a bit warm, but I did it. Baby steps, baby steps. And here I am. There's a 2-lane highway with a speed limit of 55. So I'm not gonna go on that yet because A, I don't have my turn signals, and B, I just don't want to go that fast quite yet. But this road that I came down over the interstate has fresh gravel on it, so that was a little bit sketchy too. So I ended up slowing down. I think the speed limit is probably 50 or 55, but there was nobody on my tail, so that was good. But that's the way I got to go back unless I want to go on this other road. So there we go. All right, trying to figure out my turn signal issue here. So I guess this piece is not, I mean, it's attached to the frame up there. Maybe that bolt goes all the way through, but the rest of these I think are just for attachments. So I unscrewed the one that was here, and it looks like the turn signal has to go, that guy has to go in there, and the wires get fed through. So I'm going to need to figure out the wiring. But then I can use this other bolt for when my, is that threaded the same? Yes, no, maybe, yes. How far in's it going to go though? It stops. So this is a little bit of a mess. Are there 2 sets of wires? No, 1 set of wires. I mean, it can't be that hard to figure out, right? I should get the diagram. Okay, this is about the most helpful diagram I could find in the 96 manual. So I'm going to take off these wads of electrical tape, and I guess I can just, by trial and error, figure out which ones go left and which ones go right. Okay, brake light definitely works, which I realized I didn't even bother to check. That's good. Yoink, 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 yoink. 6 colored wires, 3 green and 3 other colors. And this is where a real diagram would come in handy. But I guess green's going to go to green, and then I'll just try and see if I can get it to work with one of the other 3. Okay, I think I got that sorted. Right, left, off. And then there's one more wire, which I think stays on, and there might be another, I think there's another tail light that goes here. I don't know whether it's connected to the brake or not, but I don't know what that part is called that goes here, so I don't know what to look for to order it. I would like to replace it. Does anybody else ever dream of being in a barn, fixing a motorcycle, drinking and listening to Black Sabbath when you're 50 years old? That's a rhetorical question. Everybody dreams that. I know it's everybody's dream. I'm living the dream. All right, I did the zip tie special. I think I'm good there for now. I really want to find that piece. Okay, and so here's the front. Here's the front. They go on the forks. So I'm going to need to find a bolt and a nut. I've got so much hardware around here that I can't believe I can't find something. And they connect in this box. So maybe it'll be obvious. I don't know. Here's the diagram for this box, which I'm not sure reflects reality. Each turn signal has 2 wires, a green and an orange. Are they all? No, the other one's a green and a light green. Okay, if these are the original ones, maybe that helps. Maybe I can figure out by the colors, because there's a bunch of empty slots. So again, I think this is going to be a trial and error endeavor. Okay, it looks like I actually have to mount these. I have to take out this little bolt here that's mounting this box, because I think that the turn signal gets attached through there. That has to go through the little rubber mounting. 5/16 works. 5/16. I've got the turn signals mounted. All squared away in there. Lights come on as they should, but they do not blink. So that is another problem to be solved, I suppose. So I gotta get this, I gotta get the cover back on there, and then maybe they will blink if the motorcycle is running. I don't know. Okay, all 4 turn signals on. I was hoping it would take me 1 Black Sabbath album, and then I thought I could do it in 2 Black Sabbath albums. Partway through Black Sabbath album number 3. I'm going to see if the blinking problem is solved when I actually start the bike. And if not, that will be another thing to figure out. But I am out of time and energy for today. That is a negative. No blinking. If you know the solution to the blinking problem, or the lack of blinking problem, if you know the solution to the lack of blinking problem, please let me know. But I guess that's better than nothing. You know, it's really fun to be a motorcycle owner. Yeah.